Welcome back to the podcast, Jared. How's it going?
Oh, hanging in there, man. You know, it's finally getting warmer out. I have been able to play golf like twice. I'm happy.
Love it. Well, this is a very, very big episode today because we are pleased to announce after 18 months or so since you started kind of making some sketches about this app and talking to some folks and developing, we are excited to announce we are in the Apple App Store officially. The open beta is live. Jared, how you feeling on open beta?
I feel really, really good. This is my first time bringing an app to market, right? And you'd think it would just be build the technology, submit it to Apple, and you're good to go. No, it's not that easy. And I have a new appreciation for every single app that I've ever used, and will think twice about any like nasty grams for apps not working. It's just a lot that goes into it. It's been an enormous lift. I'm thrilled that we have gotten to this point and have had quite a few people testing at this point in alpha. And the feedback we're getting has been great prior to this. Like the feedback we had gotten had been great prior to this. So hearing people say like this is way beyond what we expected as like what's usually an MVP makes me feel very good. I'm proud of everyone on our team and all the testers that helped us get to this moment. It's been a huge boulder to push up the hill, and it feels really good.
Yeah, we were close to 1,000 rounds in the alpha, thousands of people submitting to get access to it. And really these last couple of months of having them involved, submitting feedback, playing rounds, letting the devs kind of look at their data as they play. It was really invaluable to help us get to the finish line. And, really feel like this should be a community process going forward. And we've really used their feedback too, to kind of iterate on features to develop next. And we can talk about that a little bit later.
Absolutely. No, I would say too that a lot of things that I just didn't think of or tried to think of, or I use the app a certain way. You use the app a different way than I do. So understanding there's like, yes, when I designed it or when we went through it, that's like the idea and like the main point's the same, but that doesn't mean we're all going to interact with it the same way. So I think it's been huge. And quite frankly, I think it's what sets us apart. I think it's what's going to make us continue to be at the cutting edge of golf tech because our community cares. They want to talk and we want to listen. And it's why we're at the stage we're at right now.
Absolutely. It's been a long road. We've had the community along with us really for over a year now. The sets came out. Yeah, time flies. How about for the people who are just joining us today? They don't know anything about golfing until they just clicked on this video here. What can you tell the people about the new golfing app that's out on App Store now?
It's unlike anything you've ever used around the game of golf. And I think that's kind of the point. The point is we're not another version of a caddie app. We're not another place for you to go, oh, yep, still a bogey golfer, right? Like that's not what GolfN's about. It's about a new way to engage with the game of golf. It's about making it fun. It's about making it rewarding. It's about getting rewarded for the thing that you love almost more than anything than your family, right? Like, the pursuit of excellence in golf. And hopefully you see that. There's been a ton of love and care that's been put into this. But I know when I have opened up new apps in the past going, what are you going to show me that's different? It's been small tweaks around the edges of what's been normal. When you open up the GolfN app, it's a gamified, fun, engaging experience. It's social. There's achievements. There's challenges. You feel good when you're earning a little bit. You see other people earning on the timeline. It's just a different way of feeling. And I'm very proud of that because golf's exciting. I don't care if you just broke 120 for the first time or you shot 4 under par. Everyone has this feeling of excitement when you go out and you play golf and you play well, and trying to capture that and put it inside of an app has been what we've been doing. And quite frankly, I think we've done it.
It's been awesome seeing all the social posts in the alpha. Everyone's playing golf. Everyone's exciting. We're kind of giving each other some grief on our scores and all that. So, it's already been a really fun place, and we're excited to welcome really the entire golf world into that. Check out everything that's going on, and really the more you use it, the more rewards you're getting. Jared, why don't you, if you can, pull up your screen to kind of maybe walk people through the setup process of around here, because it's a little different than like existing caddy apps. Jared, this is a GPS app, but it's unlike really any of the other digital caddies on the market, and there's a whole new kind of earnings dynamic involved. So why don't you just kind of walk us through the subtle differences in setting up a round in GolfN compared to what people might be used to?
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to do so because I think that's right where the fun begins. This is my actual phone we're looking at here. This isn't a simulation. This is the app. And so I have my club in here, Sand Creek Country Club. You should check it out. It's Northwest Indiana's greatest. You go to set up around, you pick your tee. This stuff all looks very familiar. But then there's this stuff down here, my digital locker, or your ability to equip items to increase your earnings. And so I'm going to show a little bit of something different. Again, this is my own mode. This isn't a live environment, so this is only for me and a couple other people who can see this. But if you choose to have a membership, you set up your round, you set up your tees, come on down, you spin for clubs. So this has that slot machine feel where you're spinning for one of our digital collectibles. You see what you get. When it hits, you can see down here your actual points have increased, and you go, oh, that's kind of nice. This is my reward projections. That's great. Go to start your round, and I'm here on the first hole, right? So the maps looking good, looking sexy, but I'll spoof my location really quick. Again, I'm the one who has this. This is not something that I'll be able to earn when you guys can't. Don't worry. And right away, I'm off and running. I just want to show people what happens when I'm in the round itself. So I hit my drive, 230, right in the middle. Driver's a bad idea here. I know that because the GolfN app tells me that this area is not that wide. So you probably want to aim up a little bit lower. I hit a good shot, stuffed it real close in true Jared fashion. I hit it really close. I still two-putt because I buckle under the pressure. I hit close. And you'll see when I get to this next hole, up here, my points have increased. So those cards that I rolled get me a certain amount of bonus. I'm keeping my score, so I got 1/18th of this bonus track down here. And as I finish each hole in the top left corner, I get to see that feeling of these points going up and up and up from there. So that's starting around. You see your points increase with each hole that you score, and this becomes... these become points that you can redeem for real world items, right?
And really, it's worth pointing out too that you can't fake this. This is an app is detecting your location. It is following you from the first to the 18th hole. So you can't just be on your couch like Jared's doing right now.
Yeah,
and earning points. Like, you've got to actually go play golf. We are basically making you go play golf to earn more points. It's just that simple. So this is quite a motivating factor to go play more, which makes you play better golf too.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And again, I think you guys are going to like the 3D maps. Not a lot of apps have this. In fact, when we started this, nobody had it, but some people have since introduced the feature. But this is every other app in the world. This is GolfN, right? You get an actual feel. You can see, can I cover those trees, or, how much room do I have here? You can see this is like pretty thin. Like, I'm not even sure that Brandon Tucker could hit this window. Like, it's a small one to thread those through. And then also, if you're in a place that you don't have great performance or you don't have great connectivity, you can always go to the standard overhead layout. And that way you're always going to have a good experience while you're playing. We give you the option to say, look, yeah, I want the 3D data intensive mode. If you don't, then don't. The earnings are all the same.
Got it. And also, it's worth pointing out too, like, people who play the same course, whether it's their home club or their home uni, they might not need the GPS, because they know where everything is. Or maybe I don't want to keep score on the phone. Like, is this something I have to use? Do I have to be kind of going hole to hole GPS scorecard advanced stats?
No, in fact, it's one of the things that I was very passionate about. I'm actually going to pull up a round that I played a while ago. Now, let's see, what's a good one? How about this one back in May? I did not use this app actively while I was playing. So while I was playing, I had it on. I turned it on. I set up my sorry, this is harder when I'm spoofing my location here. There we go. I had it set up, started my round, and put it in my bag. And then this was just tracking me as I was moving. As you can see, I miss a lot of stuff right in this. So first hole, blasted it up the ninth fairway. Ninth hole, blasted up the first fairway. That's my own miss. We'll talk about that later. But this was actively running in the background and just pinging my location on every hole, even though I didn't have the app open. And so going back and saying, look, where did I actually go on this hole? Or what did I do? Or what did I shoot? There's literal, we call them the breadcrumb feature. There's literal breadcrumbs for where you were. Maybe you don't want to be on your app, but you still want to earn. At the end of the round, you can go look hole by hole. You see where you went. Oh, yeah, that's when I hit it into the trees or into the water or whatever it is. By the way, this is the only hole I hit the fairway and the green in regulation. Birdied that hole. There's something to be said about that. And that was it. So yeah, you can always have your location tracked to kind of give you that post round of go back, put in your stats, still earn. And I don't want to be tethered to my phone the whole time. Quite frankly, it's something that I've told you this from the start. I want to be able to disconnect on the golf course, and I shouldn't have to sacrifice earnings to do that. And that's why we built this feature.
It makes a lot of sense. I use my phone a lot differently on the course when I'm familiar with it and it's my home course versus maybe a travel round where I'm a little more interested in where the bunkers are and the carries and all that. So
absolutely.
Great feature. And you actually kind of teased one of our upcoming features by showing your position history and the breadcrumbs. It seems like this is maybe something that could turn into more of an advanced shot tracking.
Yeah, it is, and we're doing shot tracking different than any other app that's out there on purpose. Okay, disclaimer: I've used Arcos, I've used Golf Shot, I've used 18 Birdies, the Grint, you name it. I like all of those for a lot of different reasons. I think they all do something really, really well. But again, for the way that I interact with the game of golf, I don't want to be on my phone the whole time. I don't want to be worrying about sensors or a belt loop or clip or all these things. And so rather than saying, look, why make sure you drop your pin or confirm the spot you hit from, think about how much more information we have if we retroactively do shot tracking. If I know the score that you shot and the advanced metrics you put in, and then we run that through our algorithm, we can get pretty close with where you hit your shots from without you having to do anything other than enter your score. So based on GPS pings plus a little bit more information, you don't have to be on your phone dragging and dropping and doing those things. We'll get you 90% of the way there without infringing upon your golf round, which again, I'm building this app for me and people I feel that are like me. You can be on it if you want, but even if you get shot tracking on the third hole, are you using that information on the fourth hole? Like probably not, right?
Yeah, it can be cumbersome to use it kind of on the fly. But yeah, like you said, we're gonna have all the data waiting for you. Kind of knock it out over a beer, and get all the way home. It's a great feature to have.
It's routinely been the thing that I talk about with our developers all the time. If I cannot put this in over a beer, the UI UX has got to change. Like I sit down at the bar after my round, I'm looking through everything. It's got to be by the time I finish, I should be able to get everything I needed into the app, and that's it.
Yeah. So we'll have advanced stats for everyone now in the open beta. The kind of advanced shot tracking stuff is coming later, and we can get into the roadmap a little bit more later because this is really the first push to the public. So we are hot and heavy coming in with a lot more features. I want to go back to the earnings component though. You finished your 18 holes, you get your earnings. Now what? I've got like 500 points or so. What can I do with those points?
We have this marketplace. So down at the bottom of the screen, there's our homepage where we're going to have recent events, or you can start a round here from. You have advanced stats. You can refer someone. Look at how it works. We have our social feed where you can go through and follow, your friends, follow them live. You can react, so on and so forth. This is where you start around. And this fun little bag right here is where you can look at things to buy. So this is where we have our sweepstakes. This is where, we gave away the trip to Northern Ireland, which I'm sure all of you guys have seen. You can enter into sweepstakes here. You can eventually exchange your points right inside the app here for real world golf items. So as simple as you'll see how much you have, how many tickets you have, how many points you have, and just go redeem right from there.
And let's plug the Pro Shop too, because the Pro Shop is just getting a massive upgrade as well. Some of you may have seen, we had some shirts and some hats and some tees and things like that. But if you go to the Pro Shop now, wow, there's like 500 plus items.
Yeah, it's been fun sourcing all this and talking with these different companies to give us a shot to say, look, this is what we're doing. And I want to, just shout out companies that immediately were on board, that really like the vision. Bettinardi, Rixon, Cleveland, Cobra right on board. A couple others, which we'll hopefully announce soon, that just have a little bit of a longer onboarding process, but I think you'll all be pretty thrilled and happy with who they are. And we're never going to stop working on that. But yeah, we're going to prominently feature, and we are prominently featuring them in our pro shop right now, where you can go and look at what's going to be available for redemption with the window not being open yet, but also go purchase straight from the store. If you want to buy with credit card, with ACH, with crypto, you can purchase right through proshop.golfin.com. with one additional bonus. You get points when you purchase that go right into your account that you'll see inside of the app, right?
Awesome. Yep. So you're earning points playing golf, you're earning points spending money on golf. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the roadmap going forward. So, as we mentioned, this is the very first release. So obviously we've fielded tons of input from the community. Our own team and our own devs have a huge roadmap ahead of them. Let's talk about first the fast follows. What can we expect in the next month or two as the app rolls out?
Yeah. So first and foremost, a little bit of unfortunate circumstances. Even though we've been ready for GHIN integration, for the USGA and GHIN integration, they've had some internal turnover at the USGA, and they don't have anybody to actually set us up right now. Believe it or not, that's what the holdup is right now. Somebody went out on leave. No one else knows how to do the job. And so we're sitting here and holding, which is frustrating. But hopefully they backfill that position real soon, and we can have score submissions and your handicap entry right from the app itself. So that should be a fast follow. Right now, I forget when this is actually going to be released, but immediately iOS is available for download. Android will be coming out soon. Okay, very, very soon. I promise you. A couple of our investors, a couple of our developers, our Android users, I assure you we're not sleeping on you. That's just the way the development works, guys. And I'm happy to talk you through it. It's not as simple as like do one, do all. Like it is not that simple. So I promise you it's coming very, very soon. So look out for that. And then the big one that's coming out at the US Open is off-course gamification.
Yeah, what is off-course gamification?
It is something that has been in my brain for 2 years. That has been the piece to me that nothing has ever come close to. There's already a lot that sets golfing apart from like digital caddy apps. But if you were to compare us as other digital caddy apps, you'd be grossly underselling like what we're actually doing here. So I don't know about you, Brandon. When I drive by a PGA Tour Superstore and I have extra time, I stop in. Do you?
10 out of 10.
Yeah. You do. Okay. Like you stop in, you want to go do things. If I am in town at a place where there's a PGA Tour event or a live event and I have extra time, I'm going to try to find a way to go. Okay. If there's a range, I'm going to try to find a way to go. These are things, just being a golfaholic, that I'm interested in. And so off-course gamification is a way for you to be rewarded for how much you love golf and how much you engage with the game of golf. So our flagship rollout is going to be at the US Open. If you have the GolfN app on your phone and you walk into the barrier at Oakmont in June, a little bit later, it'll ping you to say, hey, Brandon, looks like you're attending the US Open. Do you want to check in? You earn for checking in. And then there's actual challenges while you're there. You've been to pro events. I know you have, right?
Yeah, of course.
After the initial like walking around, looking around and like trying to find your spot, what if you had a list of challenges to go do just to make your day fun and earn while you're doing it?
Well, yeah. So go take a picture of your favorite pro shop item. I always love the concession stand prices. I have to know what a hot dog costs at these places.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what's the hot dog? By the way, I heard this. I didn't know this. Did you know the PGA Championship was concession free?
Yeah, I think it was a $250 minimum ticket, but that included everything. So
everything.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you got to like kind of treat it like a all-you-can-eat buffet and just kind of show up starving.
Just go crazy. I was like, that's different. But to your point, I care about that stuff too, where it's like, well, how much does it cost? So look, hey, you don't have to go do it, but if you want to earn some points towards that driver you're trying to buy, yeah, go snap a picture of the concession stand. Go snap a picture of the entry board. We're going to have a contest for whoever submits the best photo of the event is going to get 5x their points. Someone could possibly earn a driver just by submitting a great photo, right? Like we want to make this fun and engaging in different off course. And this is how we're choosing to do it. And that's just like the easiest thing for us to do off the rip are pro events. So that's where we're starting, just for the record. It's pro events. We can geofence them easily. We can give you pretty easy challenges that are fun and engaging, but that's V1. When V2 comes out end of this year or a little bit later on in the year, that's where, hey, go to Top Golf, check in, go to PGA Superstore, go to X Golf, go to 5-Iron. All these things will be able for you to go check in and earn. And you should get rewarded for the thing that you love to pursue and do. And that's what off-course gamification is.
Great. Yeah, really, if you can think it and do it in golf, you can get rewarded for it with GolfN. Awesome. So those are kind of coming in hot and heavy. Stay tuned for those within the next month. A few other updates that I feel like we should mention that are definitely on the radar and in development that are going to maybe come a little further after that. Apple Watch, that's obviously huge. People love seeing yardage and keeping score on their watch. It can be a lot simpler than the phone. So that's for sure coming. We talked about shot tracking a little bit. So that's also huge. We've got the plumbing, so to speak, ready to go. Socially, we've already got a lot of features in there. You can go to the social feed, see people's scorecards. One of the social features I love is getting pinged when someone I follow starts a round. So I'm getting alerts on my watch, on my phone that someone started a round. I feel FOMO. I start getting a little cough. I feel like I need to call in sick from work and sneak out. But then on top of that, though, the side games I think is a huge component. We don't have the games installed yet, but let's talk about side games a little bit. How you feeling there?
Yeah, no, I feel good. And it's a big part of this. And again, I have this juxtaposition of not wanting to be on my phone, but also I'll be on my phone if it's helping me in a match or gambling or something like that. So these have been built out. They're in a testing environment right now. Honestly, this is sort of a casualty of us not having GHIN integration. So I'm not going to throw it all on the USGA, but we need to be able to pull in a source of truth for your handicap to be able to calculate for side games. And so that'll be a fast follow after that gets through because they've been built, but we need to be able to test source of truths and changes in that source of truth on a day-by-day basis, so on and so forth. And there's, again, a lot that goes into this beyond just I connect my index and I'm ready to go. So it's coming. We know you want match play. We know you want skins. We know you want Ryder Cup format style events with you and your buddies. Yeah, we're building it. It's just going to take a little time, and it's something that we know is critical to people that are.
Yeah, I know all the buddy strip captains, they want the scoring and the side games features going on. I'd actually be interested to hear from the community which games you want to prioritize, because we could put 100 in there if we want, or we can put a handful of the kind of most popular. So come tell us what games you really can't live without. I love Wolf. I think Wolf's the best.
I think Wolf's good too. Yeah, Wolf's really solid. I think that at the rip, unless we get great feedback, it's essentially going to be, look, we got skins, we got match play, we got Stableford, and then after that, it's just, what do you want? It won't be hard. I'm talking we get those out, you guys test it. Okay, I want XYZ game a week, and we could turn it around, right?
Nice. Yeah, if we get the interest in it, we can absolutely build it. So, yeah, and I think to conclude, we launched that alpha tester campaign where we are rewarding people for playing golf in the app right now. That is not ending. We still have the campaign going on. So even though it's open beta, even if you've never heard of GolfN until today, our campaign is going on. You can submit feedback within the app, play rounds, all that, submit ideas, and you can get really bonus points.
I can't stress that enough. A large part of our ethos, and it will always, as long as I'm around, it's not my company. It's not your company. It's not even your and my company. It's ours, okay? If you have an interest and if you want to see this thing improve, come tell us. Not only will we listen to you, we'll pay you for your opinion, okay? I know how I want to use this app, but the one thing I was taught in alpha testing is people use it very differently than I do, okay? So tell me that. Tell me what you want to see. I promise you this. This is my promise to you as the CEO of GolfN. I will always listen, okay? It doesn't mean we're necessarily going to do it, but if there's something you reach out about, and I look at all these forums, I've emailed several people to say, what did you mean by that? Let's hop on a call and talk about it, because I want to make this the app that does everything that you wished and hoped it could do, with a group of people running it that actually want to hear from you versus being like, get out of here.
That's great. Yeah, just everyone out there, the CEO's listening to you. You can totally get on a call if you want to.
No, if you have a great look, there's sometimes I can't really understand what you mean. I'm like, there's something there, but rather than me fill in the blanks, let's hop on a call really quick. If you're willing to do that, I'm willing to be on the other end.
Great. Well, the open beta is out. It's live. It's on App Store. So go download it. Go get signed up. Get your friends onboarded to it. There's bonuses for getting all your friends.
Yeah, huge referral bonuses. Please, don't sleep on that. Okay, you should go to your profile and check what the rewards are right now.
Absolutely. So there's more alpha for you. So Jared, thanks. We'll circle back soon with an update on everything going on in the app. But for now, go play golf. It's summertime everywhere. Right. no excuses. Yeah, enjoy the open beta, and we will check back with you with our next release very soon.
Take care, everyone.